On today's show, Yahoo has a victory against spammers.
Santa says mo, mo, mo.
Twitter rolls out self-serve ads.
And brand pages.
Meet your son, Mike Volpe Jr.
And HubSpot releases a free new marketing tool.
On today's show, welcome to the Marketing Update. It's December 9th, 2011, and we're coming to you live from the Arctic Zone in Cambridge, Massachusetts. I'm Karen Rubin, and I'm freezing.
And I'm Mike Volpe, and I'm also cold. And you know when I'm cold,
It's
it's really cold in here.
I thought about having a hat and a scarf, but they clashed with my bright, snazzy orange fleece. So.
Yeah, we have employee sweatshirts, like these sweatshirts, and I've never worn it in the office ever.
You've worn it twice this week, haven't you?
Yeah, 2 or 3 times this week because it's pretty cold. So in any event, we have one interesting update. We are switching to a new hashtag to embrace our marketing update show names. The hashtag is marketing up, or MKTG up. Use that hashtag.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be awesome. It's the best hashtag ever.
The CMO stepped in.
Definitely.
Told me how it was going to be.
We didn't have good alignment. So, all the old episodes are on iTunes, 5-star reviews. We love those. Anyone's welcome to come by. We do have a few new folks coming in to stop by to see the show today, so that's fantastic. Yeah. And we're going to do something else today, which is that we're going to have a question of the day to help facilitate more interaction on the hashtag. Yep. So MKTG up is the hashtag. And the question of the day, where we want your thoughts, and we'll talk about this at the end of the show, your thoughts on, is shopping on a tablet really mobile commerce?
Yes.
Yes or no? Why or why not?
Well, I wasn't saying yes that I agree to that. I was just saying
yes.
That's the question.
That's a great question,
Mike. It's a fabulous question, and I read it and I was like, ooh, that's good.
All right, so let's talk about some headlines.
Diving into the headlines.
Yep.
So the first one, that's not the right one.
The first one is...
missing one. The first one is Yahoo has a victory against spammers.
You changed the order. Why'd you do that?
Oh, sorry. All right, here we go. Yahoo has a victory over spammers. We're doing good at this quick today, aren't we?
Totally, yep.
So, Yahoo's claimed a $610 million lawsuit against a group of individuals accused of operating massive spam.
Yep.
U.S. District Court of New York issued a ruling. Very big deal. Basically, these people were sending spam saying you had won a Yahoo lottery prize.
Yeah.
And Yahoo didn't like this because it wasn't them sending it.
Right. And it was spam.
And it was spam. Bad stuff all around.
So basically, it was like a brand defamation sort of lawsuit.
Right.
Anyway, so good job, Yahoo, going after spammers.
We really like it when people take down the spammers.
We do like that. However, the problem here is I don't think that they're actually going to get paid.
Of course.
I don't think the spammers. It was they're based in all these weird countries, and it's just or if they do have that much money, it's in cash and gold bars in their basement. I don't think the spammers have a bank account at B of A. Because then you can just seize that money and things like that. So in any event, I think that the overall sort of marketing takeaway here is that Yahoo probably doesn't expect to get paid, and the lawsuit might have been more, and the announcement of the winning of the lawsuit might have been more about PR and sort of the brand value of Yahoo going after spammers that they were looking for.
Absolutely.
All right, so next up we've got...
Headline 2, Santa says mo, mo, mo.
Yes, so we have a bunch of stuff coming around.
I didn't say that right. Santa says mo, mo, mo.
There you go. Much better, Karen.
Thank you.
So what's interesting about this is that there were a lot of new data coming out about mobile commerce during the holiday season, and this was mostly about tablets, which is interesting. So we have a link to an article from DM News that was based on a story from our friends over at ZMags. They sponsored a survey, and they created actually a really cool infographic that we have a link to in the show notes as well, about all sorts of tablet usage. So what were some of the stats that they found?
So 87% of tablet owners plan to do their holiday shopping on their device.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. It's basically vast majority of people who have a tablet are using it for holiday shopping.
52% of men and 37% of women said they'll spend between $201 and $500 on their tablets.
Yeah.
And they're shopping on their tablet.
That's pretty big purchases. 50% of tablet owners say the couch is their favorite location for shopping.
The tablet is the new TV.
Apparently, yeah. Or I do while you're watching TV, it's also good to multitask. And 20% of them say they shop while in bed.
That's a really bad idea. It is. Do you know what happens if you have a TV in your bedroom? No sex. Can you imagine what happens with a tablet? It's nothing good happens.
I was gonna,
Yeah.
The tablet may be superior to the TV, is all I'm gonna say. But I was wondering if you're going to bring that whole thing up because I know you're big on that.
Tablets and TVs not allowed in my bedroom.
In any event, so so those are both really, really interesting to see that And I think this goes back to, again, the question of the day, which is tablet, is that really count as mobile? Because this is like in your house. Is that different than a laptop? Or
I feel like
it is a different device.
To a laptop than your phone.
It's sort of one of those in-between kind of use cases. Either way, I think what we're seeing is a proliferation of devices and a proliferation in the ways that consumers expect to be able to interact with your company.
Yes.
And that's what you need to pay attention to as a marketer. So you should be checking your traffic statistics and seeing how many people are using these devices to access your website. If you need to create maybe specialized apps. I mean, we've talked to Amazon, which we'll talk about in a second, has multiple apps for multiple mobile devices. They actually have 2 different versions of an iPad app that actually interacts very differently. Right. So if you want to do like window shopping and quickly scan through products versus like more detailed research, they have 2 different apps for those 2 different types of things.
So the marketing takeaway here is that you need to make sure you have a mobile strategy for your website. If you're with HubSpot, we do this for you. And if you have no idea, there's this awesome new tool out there called marketing.grader.com that'll help you figure out what you've got on your website and what you don't have, what you need to add.
Yeah, it checks for like the 3 main things that you need to do for mobile. And again, a reminder, if you're a HubSpot customer using our content management system, we will mobile optimize your website for you. The other thing that I referenced about Amazon was they actually just announced this thing where they have a mobile app that you use in-store to check prices.
Right.
And they're doing a promotion on December 10th. If you're in a store, check a price, add that item to your shopping cart, and then you check out within the next 24 hours. So maybe you want to go home and do that on the computer, but you don't want to do the mobile device, whatever, you'll get $5 off. So basically what they're trying to...
It's kind of like Amazon's taking down all the little guys. Woohoo! Die, local guys, die!
Or it could be taken on Walmart and Target. Like you can use it at any store. It's not just like anti-little guy. It's just, you know, whatever. It's all about low prices for the consumer. All right. So next up...
Sorry.
Karen, next up, we've got...
Twitter rolls out self-serve ads, or are they self-serving ads? So, this is a story. Twitter rolled out, they've had ads before. You've been able to buy ads on Twitter, but it was restricted to people who purchased at least $15K of advertising and signed an NDA and blah, blah, blah. So they've got 2 products. Promoted accounts, where you can bid money per new follower and they'll promote your account to get more followers. Or promoted tweets, where you take one of your tweets and promote it to more people by bidding per interaction. Now, Mike, we all saw on TechCrunch earlier this week that you have been using the promoted account in order to get more followers. How's it worked out for you?
Wow, okay, you're going to help me on that. Yeah, so TechCrunch wrote an article, which we'll talk about in a second, about the new Twitter interface that rolled out. And it was hilarious because the person who wrote the article took a screenshot, and on that screenshot was like my little smiling face as a promoted account, so I got into TechCrunch.
With his promoted account.
As you know, we are constantly testing lots of things at HubSpot. As part of testing Twitter's new advertising program, which we've been in for a while. We were one of those early people who signed an NDA and did all that stuff, so I can't really talk much about it. But what I can say is, like, yes, we do some tests with a variety of promoted accounts, and
Mike's personal one when it comes to getting more followers, of course. Not Karen's personal account.
We have spent peanuts on that. It was merely to test out some things on that account versus some others. If you would like to be involved in the test, you can speak with the marketing team and see what they want to do. In any event, yeah, so you can do both of those things. And I guess here what's interesting about this article is that, sort of the marketing takeaway is that you now have this stuff available to basically everyone at much lower dollar volumes. And so if you're having some organic success on Twitter, then maybe you want to check out some of these things, some of the paid advertisements that you can do there. I wouldn't do it unless you're having organic success already. I think the place to start there is organic success, which turns us to the next story, which is about Twitter rolling out brand new brand new brand pages.
So this is like the big social media circle of Google Plus copied Facebook, and Twitter copies Google Plus, and they're all doing the same thing, right?
Yep, pretty much.
All right, so Twitter's got brand pages. Tell us about them.
So there's a bunch of new features that you can have on a brand page, not available to everyone yet. So unlike the advertising thing, which I believe it says that it's generally available to everyone, brand pages haven't rolled out to everyone yet. But you can do like large customizable header images. You can sort of make the page look a little bit better. You can actually you can feature like a particular tweet.
Put it right at the top.
Sort of like on YouTube, you can feature one video on like the main part of your page. It separates @replies from mentions.
I didn't get this, honestly.
So if you're replying directly to someone, it's actually well, okay. So Kip is nodding a big no on this one. It's
the idea that someone
the concept of it makes sense
to your Twitter
versus
account is
mentions
than someone
it.
Who mentions it. So if
I actually think that's true. I mean, I think there's a difference between you mentioning like OMG headed to @HubSpot to check out the TV show today. That's different than @HubSpot. I need to talk to someone about, I forgot my password or something like that. That interaction is different. I think some idea of separating those makes sense. However, I'm not sure that the way, I don't know.
I wonder about how they do it. Is the distinction just whether or not
Does
it
it
starts
start
with the ad HubSpot, or is the ad HubSpot
Which you can do with smart searching and some other tools.
Because I tweeted,
but,
can I talk about something really well that was done on Twitter today to me? Okay.
Yes. Yes. How do you do something to you on Twitter?
I will explain.
First of all.
So Fidelity has come out with a new full view, which is sort of like what Mint has always done, except I actually think it's better. And it's not as snazzy or as beautiful as Mint.
It's not just because your husband works there.
No, it's not because my husband works there. Actually, Jared's been trying to get me to use it for 6 months, and I kept saying they need this, they need this, they need this, and they built all the features I needed. They built the reporting. And yesterday I decided it's good enough that I'm done with Mint.
Wow.
I'm done with Mint. I'm moving over to Fidelity. So I tweeted that. I tweeted, Fidelity's full view is finally good enough that I can stop fighting with Mint all the time and move over.
Yes.
Fidelity tweeted me back, and they said, thanks so much. We're really excited. You love the new full view. By the way, great job on HubSpot TV. Keep up the good work.
No way. Yeah.
I was so excited. And like Kim said, doesn't your husband work there? But he doesn't work with the people that do Twitter.
It's kind of like a big company, right?
All they did was they went and Googled me and found something I did, because that's the link in my Twitter profile or whatever.
Or the social media team at Fidelity could actually watch HubSpot TV, Karen.
They could. But
I was so
excited. Anyway,
there you go.
So brand pages also let you do embeddable tweets, which lets you take a tweet and embed it somewhere so people can retweet it and whatnot easily. Super cool stuff. But the marketing takeaways here
is read the blog article on the HubSpot blog and spruce up your brand page today as soon as they're available to other folks. We will be doing a follow-up post on that article, which has, once it's more available to everyone else, with like a whole list of all the really, really specific ways you should use the new functionality. This is more of an announcement of like, here's the things you can do, and we're currently, applying all the HubSpot knowledge to what you can do to help all the companies figure out what they should do.
I also think there's an interesting conversation to be had between now you've got your Facebook brand page, your Google Plus brand page, and your Twitter brand page. How the heck are you supposed to keep track of them all and not spend just hours every day managing each one of these things?
I don't know.
If only there were some. Repcore is wondering that herself.
Yeah. If only there was some like all-in-one marketing platform that like helped you like, consolidate all these things in one place.
All right. Yeah. Next, you changed this title. Meet your son, Mike Volpe Jr.
Yeah.
This came
I thought I had already met him.
5 blogs before lunch.
Yeah.
And the idea was a company called Alla Condoms. Did this cool campaign where they went and they created a whole bunch of profiles on Facebook with guys and their names Junior. So they created a Facebook page kind of that would have said Mike Volpe Jr. And then they friended you.
Sent a friend request from the Mike Volpe Jr.
account
with a photo of a baby.
With a photo of a baby that says, meet your son. Avoid accidents like this. Use Oyala condoms. And basically, if you click through to the friend, what they have there is like an ad on the page, on the profile for Oyala condoms and all the different versions of it and everything. I thought it was really entertaining. It's a little spammy, but
it's a little spammy because they're obviously creating a ton of profiles. Each profile only sends the one friend invite, whatever. I think what they were banking on here, because that's a lot of work to make one brand impression with someone who may or may not buy your relatively inexpensive product. I think what they're hoping for was the buzz around the campaign, which clearly they've gotten some coverage in blogs. They've now, of course, covered on Marketing Update, which is what everyone wants to do with their marketing campaign. So I think the buzz around what they were doing was actually what they were going for, and it seems like that might have worked.
Yeah, I thought it was a creative use of a new tool, something different that people haven't tried, so I gave it 2 thumbs up.
Yep, I think it's pretty cool, although we were talking, Facebook makes no money off of this, and it kind of violates their terms of service, and pretty sure that they're going to shut it down very quickly if they haven't already. So,
but in any case,
sort of interesting. So, cool. So what's the marketing takeaway here?
More relevance means more results. Make your marketing as personalized as possible.
There you go. All right. Last one.
Tool, Marketing Grader. Last week I said I was going to launch my baby this week, and this is my baby. For the last 6 months, we've been working on Marketing Grader here at HubSpot. Brand new tool to replace Website Grader.
And what's cool about Marketing Grader?
What's awesome about Marketing Grader is it kind of takes the concept of Website Grader one step further. We built Website Grader 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, no, 6, 5 years ago. And it graded your website. But the fact of the matter is, in 2011, 2012, marketing's about way more than your website. And so Marketing Grader kind of looks at all of your marketing.
You were just talking about, what's your Twitter page, Facebook, LinkedIn company profile pages now. Repcore just did actually a webinar with LinkedIn about how to maximize the use of your company page.
Yep. There's stuff about the middle of your funnel, how important that becomes in.
It's not just about getting like a ton of people to visit your website. It's about how much business you're getting from your website. So how are you converting those people? How are you analyzing it and measuring it?
So there's a couple of cool things about the tool as well. The way we do grading is really different. Marketing Grader is much harder than Website Grader, and that's on purpose.
Website Grader was a percentile score. So you knew if you got a 95, you were better than 95% of the websites, which means that 1% of the world's got a 99, right? The problem with that was that after grading 4 million websites,
there were 40,000 99s.
And there's a ton of really crappy websites on the internet. I don't know if you know this or not, but newsflash, there's a lot of crap on the internet. And all those crappy people were taking up the last like 20, 30% of Website Grader. Yep. And then that was basically meaning that people that we felt didn't really deserve a 99 or 95 in Website Grader, we're actually getting 99s and 95s, like very high scores. Yep. So the Marketing Grader has a very different distribution. It's much more like grading on a curve in class. So there's a whole bell curve, and it's much harder to move out of the middle of that bell curve and get up into the 80s and 90s. So don't be dismayed if your grade is lower. It's a much harder grade, but we think that it is more accurate, a better reflection of what the world is actually like.
And the other thing is, it's based on a lot more metrics. Website Grader is based on 9 different metrics, which means if one of those metrics failed or 2 of those metrics failed, all of a sudden your grade was really volatile.
It was also kind of a narrow view of your marketing.
Narrow view of your marketing.
How many metrics is Marketing Grader?
35.
Dang, check that out. Yeah.
It's very exciting. So in any case, you should go check it out, marketing.grader.com. Let us know what you think. You can tweet right to me because it's my baby. And I'll, talk to you about it. It'll be awesome.
There you go.
So Mike, we got anything interesting on Twitter?
I think I don't know who said it, but it looks like, it might have, maybe Dan Zarella says, mobile is actually no, this is the fake Dan Zarella, said, mobile is a behavior, not a device.
Wow, Dan, that's
pretty profound. I think that's good. I think it's a good quote.
So Mike,
it's very quotable.
Is shopping on a tablet really mobile?
To me, it's like, well, who cares? The point is, it's another way that consumers want to interact with you. Who cares if it's mobile, not mobile, like whatever. The point is, that's how consumers want to interact with you. You should embrace that and make it easy for people to give you money. That's basically what marketers' jobs are.
That's why you get paid the big bucks. I was just
something like that.
No, it's not mobile, it's a computer. But that's really, really well said.
It's more, mobile's behavior, not a device. That's like, It depends on where you're using it. There you go. Right. Yeah. The other thing is that Brian Whaley wants to know what is allowed in Karen Rubin's bedroom.
Oh.
I mean,
Your blankie.
Yeah.
I do. My blankie's allowed. I still sleep with my baby blankie every night.
We're going to move on from there.
With me.
Moving on.
Marketing tip of the week.
Marketing tip of the week is run your company through Marketing Grader. It's a free tool, much more comprehensive than Website Grader. You'll love it. And just see what you can do to improve. And if you have any feedback, tweet it to Karen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what are you doing this weekend?
It's totally boring. I was thinking about this earlier and I had nothing actually good to say. I will tell you that.
Because that's different from every other weekend.
Yeah. I have installed a new car seat, a new child car seat into the wife's car. He has grown out of the first car seat already.
Does that mean you have a... Never mind.
Does that mean what?
Nothing. I'll tell you later.
Why don't you tell me now?
Then I'll tell you later.
It's a car seat.
Just trust me.
I know what it is, Karen.
It is.
What are you doing this weekend, Karen?
Jared Rubin's 30th birthday.
Wow.
So I'm taking him out to a very special dinner tonight.
Awesome.
Did I just turn red?
A little bit. Have a great week. See you guys next week.